Welcome to the Onside Kick, your weekly roundtable discussion of the biggest stories in sports, entertainment, and much more. Each week, your hosts, Dave Oster and Ricky Widmer, will break down the world of basketball, baseball, and football.
Love! Got it! Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my.
Hello and welcome to the Onside Kick. Ricky Widmer here along with Dave Oster, and in this update of the Onside Kick, we're going to take a little bit of a look into the MVP race in the NBA as we sit less than 19 days away from the end of the season in this shortened lockout season. And Dave, you got some great names to throw out there. LeBron, D-Wade, Kobe, Westbrook, Durant, Parker. I'm even going to throw one in there that not many people are talking about, Kevin Love.
Yeah, apart from the usual suspects, like you said, you got Caleb on the outside. Westbrook and Tony Parker both kind of there. So it's a nice matchup between the classic people, Kobe, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Durant, and the new guys. So it'll be interesting how it falls this year.
Well, and I mean, you've got the Miami Heat, and first let's start off with basically you can say D-Wade and LeBron. And where I don't think D-Wade's going to get it just because of the injury nags that he's had this year.
Yeah.
But you look at LeBron. He's been out there. He's made a case for himself. He's scoring so many points a game. I think it's up to 26 a night for him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you say this number so I don't screw it up. What are the Heat's record without Wade and with LeBron?
Without Wade, they are something like 9-1. Without LeBron, they're a 500 team. It's pretty clear just from looking at that. It's like, oh, so the thing is, Wade is a little bit older, and he plays the same style as LeBron. Mm-hmm. LeBron's younger, more athletic, just more talented all over. So it just really takes away Wade. I don't think he's got a shot at it this year. I mean, like you said, and with the injury on top of it. There's just not a case to be made for him. So you got to look at LeBron, who's putting up a lot of points, still does assists and rebounds, brings full package. You got Kobe up there. Kobe, who is
he's just a scoring machine.
He's thrown up so many shots this season, though. That's the thing.
3 for 21.
Yeah. Hey, he made the ones that counted. Did he not? Did he not?
Right back at you, LeBron.
Yeah, fourth quarter, what up? But no, I mean, he just scores like a madman, and the team around him is questionable at best. Yeah, I'll go questionable at best. And
when you got Bynum just squaring up from the three-point arc.
That is a scary thought.
And then chuckling on the bench after he gets benched.
I got to work on my three-point game. I don't care if I get benched again. Yeah, real smart Bynum. You're not immature at all. You got Durant up there. Durant, who's a scoring monster. The guy put up like 44 the other night. I mean, this guy can drop massive numbers. But again, teammates taken away from their power. You got Westbrook right there with him. And Westbrook puts up just as good of a case. And he's got more assists. I mean, Westbrook is like a hybrid of a shooting guard, point guard. Mm-hmm. That guy thinks he is the star of the town. He doesn't quite get the concept that him and Durant are right there even. So they're fighting over it.
Well, and the thing that's interesting, a little thing about the Oklahoma City Thunder, we could actually see them possibly get an MVP and a Sixth Man of the Year, because for me, Harden's your Sixth Man of the Year this year.
Harden is a beast, no doubt. And that's the great thing about that team. Real quick, off subject, this guy comes off the bench and still puts up 20 a night. Mm-hmm. I mean, what kind of team do you have where you've got two scorers who put up a combined 60 points on average, and you got somebody off the bench who can make their own shots
Don't forget
regardless?
D-Fish and Perkins, too.
Yeah, because they're such a huge help.
They are. They had that leadership that
whatever.
The young kids
so back to the MVP.
But the one name MVP-wise, we talked about before while we were setting up the camera, Dave, Tony Parker.
Yeah.
And I think that you pointed out a interesting point that he should be higher on the list than he is, just because of what he's done with this team.
Yeah, definitely.
With Manu being out.
Yeah, if you look at the beginning of the season when Manu went out, Tony Parker completely flipped the switch. Looks like he went back about 4 years and just lit it up. This guy was just crushing and scoring, assists. I mean, ball movement. He just controlled this team. It looked like Tony Parker of old. He even made Tim Duncan look young. That is not easy.
DNF. Old.
Yeah, that's an all-time move right there. When he can mark down old for why he didn't get to suit up tonight. But no, I mean, this guy and the Spurs, #1 in the West right now. You gotta be like, wow, he really did put this team on his back for the beginning of the season. But, like, Manu coming back, takes away his points, takes away his assists. Great for the team, but it does completely, close down his MVP chances.
Well, and I mean, the one thing you kind of, like you said, Spurs sitting right now, best team in the West, and you kind of think, well, Ricky, by looking at that, shouldn't that be with Tony Parker, with Manu Ginobili, with everybody working in perfect motion? And I just think if the Spurs can get to best in the West, especially when you have a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder to rival them, why is Tony Parker not higher than he is?
It's production and marketing. A huge part of it is you're in San Antonio. They've won 2 championships in the last 10 years. Quietest 2 championships you'll ever see in your life. I mean, there's no publicity out there for them. I've seen LA lose in the first round, get more publicity, than San Antonio winning their championship. It's ridiculous how little global publicity they have. Even ESPN they don't have that big guy, big star. Tim Duncan's a great guy, but he doesn't speak at all. So, I mean, they don't have that public face like every other team. You don't have a Kobe, a LeBron, a Rose, a Wade. I mean...
And even when they had David Robinson, the Admiral.
Yeah, way back. Make me feel old. So, yeah, and then this brings us to your candidate for MVP.
I think, actually, he should win the MVP, even though it might not happen because the last person to win the MVP from a losing team was back before the NBA-ABA merger.
It's a long time.
Kevin Love. This season he's averaging over 13 rebounds a game. He's throwing up 26 points a game. And I think you look at the definition, the actual wording, most valuable player. K-Love to the Timberwolves is the most valuable player. You take him off that team, I don't care if you have Ricky Rubio or not, that team is depleted.
That's kind of miserable.
It's kind of like if you took Michael Jordan away from the Bulls. Oh wait, 94-95.
Yeah, that proved a point. No, I think K-Love, he's had a monster year. I mean, he is up. His career averages before this year were like 17 points a game, 10 rebounds. He's up to 24, 25 points a game, and 17 rebounds. I mean, it's a monster year for him. And that three-point shooting, and he takes home the championship for the three-point shot. And it's like, this guy, he does, again, publicity is a massive problem. He's in Minnesota. I mean, yeah, that says it all right there.
I mean, come on, you just think about it. Let's go through the Minnesota teams. Probably the team that got the biggest exposure, the Vikings, and that's because of Adrian Peterson, more or less, Randy Moss, Brett Favre. You look at the Twins, they're like the freaking...
Quiet.
Yeah, they're like the Spurs, as you said, fumbling over my words here.
Yeah.
But they're also very quiet. And then you got the Timberwolves. Nobody wants to talk about the Timberwolves.
No, and I think it's the thing that he is... I don't want to say this staple, but he is a better version of Kevin Garnett, filling in that spot. And it's absolutely great for the town, for the franchise as a whole, to get somebody in there who is putting up these ridiculous numbers, and he's a good guy, and he does all this stuff to help back. And honestly, he is right there for the MVP in my eyes as well. He may not get the publicity for it, he may not get the talk time on ESPN, but this guy puts up the numbers nightly, and he has this team, well, they're not winning above 500, but they are winning some games.
Yeah.
They are an improved team from last season. I think he makes a good case.
And I just think also, I mean, he has the power to get the rebounds.
Yeah.
He can score down low, and more importantly, how many big men do you know can just spot up and say, okay, I'm going to take a jumper and nail it?
Yeah, not many. Not many is the answer. Definitely not by no means.
And he does the complete opposite of Dirk Nowitzki. He doesn't make it a million times harder than it has to be.
Doesn't take a fall-away jumper for no apparent reason.
Nope.
Good call. Good call.
But last but not least, Dave, if you have to crown your prediction for MVP, if you had to put one name on it, who are you going with?
I'm tossing.
You gotta pick one.
I'll have to go LeBron, as much as it pains me. I really think just because of the exposure he gets, and he's having a monster season too, and the record really shows when he's in and when he's not, how bad this team really gets. It's just a really stagnant team without him. The ball doesn't move around as much. He really just takes his team up to that next level. So I'd have to go with LeBron.
See, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with the team that I believe will finish best in the West when it's all done, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think Durant will take home the MVP because really, I mean, yeah, you've got Russell Westbrook and you have virtually the sixth man of the year in Harden, but you take Durant away from that team and it is a lesser Oklahoma City Thunder. It's not the Thunder, they're the Lightning.
That's for sure.
So I'm going to go Durant. Tell us what you guys think. Comment down below. Make sure to like us on Facebook, somewhere over in this general direction. And then check out our website over there.
It's like somewhere here.
Over there, somewhere. TheOnsideKick.webs.com. Ricky Widmer, Dave Oster. See you later, guys.